This content is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Even though I may speak as if I am giving advice or trading calls or signals, I am not giving financial advice. Cryptocurrency and any financial trading involve extremely substantial risk, and you should not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Do your own research and make your own decisions if you're going to trade any financial asset. I have been trading cryptocurrencies since 2014, and at one point I even had a small mining farm. I have been a pro subscriber of crypto markets on Martin Armstrong's Socrates platform since its public release in 2017 to this day. Everything that you see on my chart is not my analysis or opinion. All the data is derived from Socrates on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. I am not associated with or affiliated with Martin Armstrong in any form. My only intention is to share my work in the crypto markets using Socrates for the benefit of the public. Welcome to another video analysis of our crypto markets. Today is Sunday, the 30th, November 30th. I've been wanting to make this recording since Friday night, but I was waiting for the final confirmation of price action to actually start moving and going down. But basically the computer called on Friday night to be the high of the bounce. This is the weekly time frame on Bitcoin. We have the uptrend, and we see how Bitcoin has been breaking down and below the uptrend channels. And now we have confirmation that we had a 1 week bounce and it's breaking decisively down. If I switch to the daily, basically on Friday night, Saturday morning, the computer called for Friday the 28th to be the high, which closed. It went all the way up to 93,150. And then I was basically expecting this drop, but it went sideways for pretty much 3 days until now. And I just wanted to wait for the break below the breakdown for confirmation. So we can see that it touched the bottom of this uptrend channel, this line right here. If I zoom out, it's one of the long-term uptrends. So basically, this is actually extremely bearish because it broke below this line. It broke below, and then it bounced and it tested it from underneath it, and it was unable to break above it. It was unable to close above it on 4 days, and then it finally broke down. So this is extremely bearish, very bearish. So if we were to assume that this is a B, C, and now on the D wave down, that would give us, let's assume this is A and B, and so now we're gonna take the line and put it on ABC. That will give us roughly a move down to this level, which is a weekly and monthly level. Let me so it's giving us pretty much exactly a move down to these two levels, a weekly and a monthly level at 67,000. So which is actually a bit further down than I had expected, because we have another uptrend channel. We have the bottom line here, and it might actually, now that I see with how decisively it broke down suddenly in a 4 hour candle, it already went down. Ethereum 5%, Bitcoin 3%. So this is starting to move rather quickly for the next 2 weeks. So we have a possible 67,000 test. So again, it will probably punch through this very long-term bottom of the channel, and I would assume it would probably bounce off of it, 67,000, and we're supposed to have a very bullish January. So I don't see this bouncing off 67 and then unable to break back into the channel. I think it's going to break back into the channel and make a nice move higher. I have no idea how high, but it should be a really nice rally, probably a month, month and a half. But we'll see. That's getting ahead of ourselves, right? So this is what's going on right now. So the computer is calling for a 2-week move from this point, starting now for the next 2 weeks into December 8th, the week of December 8th. But then December 15 is a very strong week. So maybe it goes all the way down into December 15, and then we get the strong bounce. We'll see. But for now, we're going to expect I would assume if it's a 2-week down, if I switch to the weekly, we had 4 weeks, 4 red weeks. We had 3.5% down, 5%, 10%, and 7%. So that's 17, 20, about 25% move. So I would expect that we should get at least 20% down, right? Or more, we'll see. So that's Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum was holding up pretty good, but it's breaking down pretty hard. And again, it closed below the channel, and then it was able to close above it, but now it's already breaking below it, and it's only getting started. So I think that Ethereum will probably play catch up to Bitcoin and Solana and make a very strong move down, probably down to 1500. It didn't even do an ABC. This was just basically, well, actually, my bad, this is a weekly, and put on the daily. Yeah, I mean, it could be an ABC down, but it's not as clear as an ABC down as Bitcoin. So let's assume this AB, and let's move it down here. That will give us, it could go down to this weekly level of 2000. So that would be, what is it, $1,000? That's a 30% drop, right? About 30%. And we have the bottom of this channel a bit lower at 1800. But I'm expecting, I think in this wave down, I think Ethereum would probably be hit pretty hard. But that's just my opinion. We'll have to see. Solana was actually already hit in the bottom of the channel. Yeah, I think Solana was holding up okay, but yeah, this is not looking good. It'll probably break this bottom of the line, rather the 120. It might actually break it pretty easily. And then we have huge gap here from 90 down to 40, right? There's almost no support whatsoever. That's going to be one move down very swiftly. We have support 110 through 85. But if we are only getting started for the next 2 weeks, I'm not sure how Solana will be able to hold the 120 level, the bottom of the channel. I think it's just going to punch right through it. But again, that's just my opinion. We'll have to see. So that's it, guys. We have confirmation that the next 2-3 weeks is going to be a move down. And now you have price action that actually confirms that this bounce is over, definitely over. Solana started bouncing from 120 to 145, and that was it. You can see it was coming down in this downtrend channel. You can see that this light blue
right? So now we have, it was unable to go above it and it broke down and it's almost at the bottom of the channel already and it's only getting started. So this is not looking good. Ethereum, same thing. There is no channel pretty much, it's just all the way down. And then now XRP, again, it's also just breaking down pretty hard. I don't have levels from the computer as far as XRP, but it's just following the same trend pretty much. Now MSTR, we have what's called a panic cycle for next week, which what means usually a panic cycle means that the next week should basically punch through the high and the low of the prior session. So the week of November 24th, we had a low of 166 and a high of 187. So I think that we can expect it to, well, now that crypto's already crashing, I was expecting to have an open today on pre-market to have a gap open higher because crypto was somewhat pumping over the weekend. I'm not pumping, but just staying on the higher prices of the past few days. So I was expecting it to gap high, but now that it's already crashing down, we might get maybe a sudden gap up and then all the way down. But we should expect MSTR to, at a minimum, go back to 166 at the end of this week, and from there just continue going lower. Like I said before, the outlook on MSTR is pretty awful. We're going to expect it to, once it goes through this resistance right here between 170 and 115, once it gets through that, you can expect it to go all the way down to 65 or so. Still, it's probably a 50% move down expected on MSTR. That's all, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.